Welcome to another session of Accountancy for the 12th Standard with me, Vishwanath sir. And today we shall continue the chapter Financial Statements of a Company. We shift our focus from the balance sheet to the revenue statement or the P&L, because in this the P&L and the trading account, what you did earlier last year, gets combined into one. And it's also known as a statement of profit and loss. So let's understand the bifurcation here, so it becomes easier for us to know which item comes where. And of course, remember, this is a vertical format, it is not a horizontal format like the debit and the credit. It is one below the other. Okay, so your income statement basically will consist of first revenue from operations. Revenue from operation is your sales and it will be your net sales. So you will minus, if there are any sales written, you will minus it from there. Afterwards comes the other income, and your revenue from operations plus the other income together will give you the total revenue. Okay, so RFO, that is revenue from operations, plus other income will give you the total revenue. So this figure we keep it aside. Now let's talk about the expenses. The first is cost of materials consumed, then purchases, change in inventories. Change in inventories basically would be the closing and the opening stock, the difference between that. Then we have got employee benefit expenses, all the salary and the wages comes under that. Then finance cost, depreciation and amortization expenses, and other expenses. Okay, so all the expenses of trading and P&L come under this. Okay, so this will give you the total expenses. From the total revenue, you minus the total expenses, you will get profit before tax. Minus the tax, you will get profit after tax. Okay, it could be a loss also, but usually it is a profit. Okay, so just repeating again. So you start with your revenue from operation, that is your sales. Add your other income. Basically your other income used to come on the credit side of your P&L account. Add that. Together this will give you the total revenue. Let's keep the total revenue aside. Okay. Now we come to the total expenses. Okay, the expenses. So expenses will be cost of raw materials consumed, purchases, change in inventory, that is closing minus opening stock, employee benefit expenses, finance costs, depreciation and amortization expenses, and other expenses. Okay, so all these together you minus it from your total income or total revenue, you will get profit before tax. Minus the tax, profit after tax. Okay, so this is your statement of profit and loss. The format, please maintain the format, please go through the format thoroughly. Okay, so just going through a little bit of depth in this. Revenue from operation means the revenue which is earned by the company from its operating activities. That is the activities which is by which it earns profits. Basically it is sales, total sales or net sales, from where you minus the sales returns. Fine. And if there is any other income, like if you sell something or bad debts are recovered or interest is earned or commission is earned, that is the other income. So your revenue from operation plus your other income will give you your total revenue. Okay, so let us see under which heads this comes. Sales will of course come under revenue from operation. Sales from scrap, that will also come under revenue from operation. Interest earned will be other income. Dividend, again it will be other income. Okay, so revenue from operations, you will have sales and sales of scrap. Fine. Now let us go further and just check out certain items. Under which head does the following revenue items comes in a financial statement? Interest earned, it will come as other income. Okay, dividend, again other income. Profit on sale of asset, again this will be other income. Okay, but in case it's a financial company, the revenue from operation will be interest earned and dividend. Okay, that will be because it's a financial company. Profit on sale of asset will come under other income, and refund of income tax will also come under other income. So we have to take into consideration that it's a financial company, so interest and dividend, whatever it gets, will be its main income. Okay, so it will come under revenue from operations. Okay, so let us check this one. Sales, that will come under revenue from operations, and there's sales returns, so you minus the sales returns from that. So sale of scrap, that you add, so sales plus sale of scrap plus your net sales will give you the revenue from operations. To that you add your other income. The other income here is interest on fixed deposit and dividend earned. Together you will get your total revenue. Okay, total revenue is revenue from operations plus other income. Okay, let's go further and check out under which operations do these come. Miscellaneous income will be other income. Interest on loan, whichever we have, so we are again a financial company, so we are giving loans, so this is an interest to us, so it is it can be treated as a revenue from operation. Dividend will also be treated as a revenue from operation because it is an income to the, it's a main income. Profit on sale of building will come under other income. Okay, so your revenue from operations plus your other income together, it will give you total revenue. Okay, so we have done enough of revenue from operations. Let's go to expenses. The first expense we shall dwell and learn will be cost of materials consumed. The first entry or the line item expenses, statement of profit and loss. Materials means here you can tell raw materials, and this could be opening stock of raw materials plus purchases minus closing stock of materials. This can be taken into consideration. Okay, so they give you opening inventory of materials, that is the opening stock 2,50,000, materials purchase, so you add these two, 2,50,000 and 20 lakhs, and the closing inventory, which is 3 lakh, should be minus because that is not going to be used. Okay, it is going to remain with us. So this will give you a rough idea. So cost of materials consumed will be your opening inventory plus your purchases minus your closing inventory. Okay, there we remember that your goods are divided into raw materials, semi-finished goods and finished goods. Your semi-finished goods are also known as work in progress or work in process. Okay, now they have given you the opening stock of two things, materials and finished goods, and they have given you materials purchased is 22,50,000 and they have given you closing stock also. Okay, so in this context we will take cost of materials consumed, the opening stock we will take, opening stock or opening inventory, then we will add the purchases which is there and we will minus the closing inventory. Okay, fine. So the finished goods part will not be taken under raw materials consumed. Okay, we are taking one more example here. Opening inventory of materials, yes, that will be taken into consideration. Then opening work in progress, again this will not be taken into consideration. Materials purchase, this will be added to the opening inventory of materials, and closing inventory of materials 2,50,000 will be minus from this. So remember, opening inventory of materials consumed or materials plus the purchases of materials minus the closing inventory of materials. So only materials, don't take finished goods and semi-finished goods into consideration. Okay, let us take up one more. The opening inventory of materials is given, so take that. Opening inventory of stock in trade is taken, is given, so don't take that. Material purchase added to the opening inventory of materials. Okay, purchases of stock in trade, don't take that. Okay, closing stock of materials, that you will minus. Okay, so remember, it's your opening inventory plus your purchases minus the closing inventory. Okay, now when we talk about purchases of stock in trade, it would only be related to stock in trade. And changes in inventory basically would be the difference between the opening and the closing stock of finished goods. Okay, opening stock and closing stock of finished goods. Okay, so these items which we dwelt with in the expenses, that is cost of materials consumed, purchases of stock, and changes in inventory is something which is going to come again and again. Please go through these items very thoroughly and see that you have understood it excellently well. Okay, thank you so much. This is Vishwanath sir signing off.